power behind it.
Bruno, what do we know about his opponent? There goes another clothesline.
Well, in all honesty, I can't say that I know that much about David Meltzer. I know this, that obviously he's not a veteran. He may have only a few years experience, but unfortunately, when you put a man like...
Welcome to another episode of Newsstand versus Newsletter. I am your host, the future Hall of Famer Scotty B, bringing my co-host, Mr. Andrew, no last name needed, from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. He lives on the, never mind, we're not going to tell you where we live at. I'll get that out later when you're not watching.
Nice.
So what's going on tonight, Andrew, except for Seth Rollins getting attacked by a fan, which people will see months later, but that's awesome. And I love the fact that he's like, oh, you got your little bitch? Like, oh, that's what you're doing? There's like 6 people holding him? It's like he had a little more than that, buddy. He took you the fuck down like a little bitch. Nice chokehold, by the way, by Seth Rollins that he couldn't hook on. So
no, I was watching the football game with the Mannings, and they're fun.
It was awesome. It's better than other morons. They can't call shit. Them other guys are horrible that do Monday Night Football commentating. They're awful. So that is that. Pretty uneventful evening for everybody. My Kansas City Chiefs won yesterday, which I'm happy about. And your Minnesota Vikings also won. Who knows? By the time this comes out, it could be the end of the playoffs, and my team could have made it. We don't know. So this week, we're going to go into the great year of 2006. I know everybody's excited. I know we're going to get a ton of views for this one, because who doesn't love 2006? Raise your hand.
Well, you know, for me, it was my last full year as a fan for 6 years.
Yeah, because of the Benoit thing, which we'll definitely get into later on in a different year. But so we'll just kind of 2006. You moved to the area you're at. What, 2005? Did you not?
Yeah. So this is my first full year in British Columbia, and the wrestling, I was aware of it, but you know how it was in 2006.
It was garbage. You weren't paying much attention to it. It was pretty shitty.
Yeah, well, I always had my finger on there. I was always like in message boards and stuff, but it was always more about past times, you know, not
good
modern
times.
day.
I mean,
yeah,
good times. Yeah. The fun thing about that year is that's my first year I come to visit you, and your lady friend at the time spoiled the surprise and told you, which was real nice of her, which is great. It was a big surprise for your birthday.
Yeah,
and it was the most anticlimactic. I think the second I came, I knew that you knew, because you're just like, oh, look at you. Like, yeah, it's a horrible acting job. Yeah. But anyway, it was a good time. First time in Vancouver was a fun time. So in 2006, I'm basically just in my 20s, dude. Living the 20s, life, partying, doing stuff. Did we have an incident? That was the first year. We're not going to get into the incident that happened in Vancouver. But remember, we went out that night, and I had an incident that night. I wasn't feeling too well at the end of the night.
I don't remember.
Oh, I remember. It was a bad. We can't talk about what happened, but it was just a really bad night at the end. And regardless, that's a different story in general. We were at the club, and I don't know if someone slipped something in my drink or something, but I was really messed up, dude. I was inside, and your lady friend was the one who was helping me. So you don't look good. So regardless, I got better, but it wasn't a good time. Anyway, let's jump into. So me, just my 20s working, had kind of a girlfriend who maybe had a boyfriend at the same time that we were together. You know, who knows? I was young and having lots of fun. And lived the bachelor life. I was living on had an apartment with a bunch of tapes on the wall, because tapes you left behind. All your tapes were in my apartment, and they were all lined up. And you know what people would always say to me when they'd see them tapes? Oh, are they porn tapes? They always, they porn? I'm like, yeah, I have 400 porn tapes, you fucking idiots.
You think I never heard that? I had those tapes for... Well, I mean, I always had a VHS collection as far back as I can remember, and it just got more and more and more and more. And like with movies, I was far more inclined to sell them. Mm-hmm. Whereas with my wrestling tapes, I just amassed them.
Yeah. Oh, the porn comment was so fucking stupid. Anyway, that's 2006. Can't remember too much about it because, well, it was a bit of a blurry time. Let's jump into sports in 2006, the NFL. Paul Tagliabue retires from the NFL, and the no-fun president now, Roger Goodell, he becomes president September 1st. Fuck Roger Goodell. Lamar Hunt, the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs, dies that year, which is, pretty big deal. And best record that league, who was it? It's 2006.
Was it the Patriots?
Nope. The San Diego Chargers at 14-2.
Oh.
Worst record.
Was it Detroit?
The Oakland Raiders at 2-14. Yeah. Next year they got Jamarcus Russell, and they found out how bad that idea was. The Super Bowl, the Colts beat the Bears 29-17. Let me tell you something quickly about that year. My team actually made the playoffs. You know what they always say. Okay, you can make the playoffs, but this team has to lose. This team has to lose. This team has to lose. This team has to win. All these different scenarios. My team actually had that happen where they needed like 3 teams to lose and 1 team to win, and it happened. New Year's Eve, 2005. New Year's Eve 2006. I remember being so stoked about that. We're going to play the Colts. At the time, the Chiefs had a really good running game, which they always had a good running game. And the Colts had the worst rush defense in the league. So what did we do that whole game? We passed. Passed the ball. Oh, fucking brutal. Okay. Most valuable player, Daniel Thomason for San Diego. Coach of the year, Sean Payton for New Orleans. Offensive player of the year, Daniel Thomason. Defensive player of the year, Jason Taylor from Miami. Offensive rookie of the year, a guy I always loved, Vince Young. Defensive rookie of the year, DeMarco Ryans for Houston. Comeback player of the year, Chad Pennington for New York. Daniel Thompson won man of the year, and Super Bowl MVP was your boy, Peyton Manning. MLB Best Records with an S. 2 teams.
I'm just going to guess Yankees and Dodgers.
Yankees and Mets.
Oh.
Yeah. 97-65. They both had worst record.
Is that the Cubs?
Tampa Bay Devil Rays at 61 wins and 101 losses. Who won the World Series that year, Andrew?
That was a team out of St. Louis,
The St.
Missouri.
Louis Cardinals. Yeah,
Yes.
4-1 over Detroit. Rookie of the year, Hanley Ramirez from Miami. Justin Verlander for Detroit. Cy Young, Brandon Webb for Arizona. Juan Santana, how do you pronounce his name? Juan Santana? No. Fuck, I can't. Is that how you pronounce it? I know who it is. I can picture him. I can't pronounce his name.
I don't know. But what's funny about that 06 Cardinals team is there's 2 players that still play for the Cardinals from that World Series winning team.
The catcher? The catcher.
Catcher, yeah. Yadier Molina
Yep.
and Adam Wainwright.
Oh, that's crazy. Manager of the year, Joe Girardi for Florida. Jim Leland for Detroit. Most valuable player, Ryan Howard for Philly. And Justin Morneau for Minnesota. NBA. Best record, worst record.
Man, this is a total
Oh,
guess.
yeah. Just get, yeah.
I'm going to guess Lakers for best record.
No.
And for worst, I'm going to go with Cleveland. No. Sorry. Take that back. I'm going to go worst Clippers.
Okay. Best record, Detroit, 64-18. Worst record, Portland Trailblazers, 21-61. Finals, Miami over Dallas, 4-2. And most valuable player, Steve Nash. Defensive player of the year, Ben Wallace. Rookie of the year, Chris Paul. 6th player of the year, Mike Miller for Memphis. Most improved player, Boris Zukov. Let's say Boris Zukov. Coach of the year, Avery Johnson for Dallas. And that's that. And last but not least, the NHL. Who is the best record?
I'm just going to guess Detroit.
Ottawa. 52-21-9. Worst record?
Chicago?
No, my St. Louis Blues, 21-46-15. And the finals, Carolina beat Edmonton 4-3. I didn't bother with the awards because they were all fucked up when I pasted them and I wasn't going through all that bullshit for the awards. So that's that. So we are going to jump. Oh, by the way, we're going to get into something real quick here. The year 2006, which I lost it. I had it. Son of a. Oh, here's right here. In pro wrestling, we're going to start with some deaths because you don't have deaths in yours, do you?
I don't know.
No, I have them. I had them here. So I'm going to go ahead and read them off. Al Texaco died. January 16th, Black Cat, Johnny Grunge, Bull Ramonas, Earthquake, Harry Elliott, Bob Orton Sr., Antonia Pena, Joey Meggs, and Don Jardine.
Oh, the spoiler.
Yeah. So I think, probably what they were doing is they're so sick of people dying so much, they probably didn't want to put it back in the fucking PWI. They put up 10 pages for most years. That year was not that bad.
Yeah. I was really pissed because it also doesn't have predictions this year. So it's just a real bare bones edition.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Okay. Let's, you want to jump into the awards?
Well, before that, I was thinking 2006. Do you remember any films that came out that year?
Oh, God, no. That year, like I'm telling you, man, there was a lot of, I'm not going to mention the things that were in my system at that point in time, but I was 28 years old, man. There was a lot of partying going on then. Not a whole lot. Like, it really, day and day, this is how bad it was. When I was trying to think of this year, I had to think about who my girlfriend was, and I really had to think about it. Like, I had to think hard who my girlfriend was at that time. Yeah. And I know now, because she's on your Facebook and not on mine, which is really, really weird. Which I don't care. And, like, it's a blur. It's a total fucking... Didn't the Johnny Cash movie come out? No, it came out the year before.
Year before.
Me and you and our girlfriends went to see it together.
Yes.
I don't...
The movie that won the Oscar that year was The Departed. It was Scorsese.
Oh, yeah. Love that movie. Great movie.
However, my favorite movie from 2006 is Children of Men. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
No, I haven't. I'm not a big movie guy.
Highly recommend it. If you get a chance.
Go ahead.
It's a really neat concept. It's sometime in the future, humans have become sterile. So the people that are around are the last group of people.
Yeah.
And let's just say that they find a pregnant lady, and so it changes everything. So they have to try to protect her because there are people that want the human race to end. Anyway, it's pretty interesting.
TV shows. Breaking Bad was pretty big. I think the Breaking Bad. No, they didn't come out in 06. I think maybe. No. Anyway, it's tough. I mean, I watched a lot of stuff, but just again, man, it's like as you get older, it's a big fucking blur. It's you tell me about 2014. I don't fucking know.
80s and 90s, back of my hand.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Fucking 2000s, I don't know. I mean, 01, I'm not batting with 01, 02. I'm kind of getting, I can remember a lot about 01, 02, 03. But man, once I hit 05, it's a blur. It's a fucking blur.
The pro wrestling, though?
I could do 01, 02 pretty good.
Oh, really? So
we'll find out when we get to that year. But I think I can. Hey, listen, I remember me at 17 in the Rumble pretty good. That's in 02. I remember a little bit. I watched a lot back then.
Let me ask you this. In 02, what was the main event of the July pay-per-view?
I don't know.
Exactly. But I could tell you the main event of the July 95 pay-per-view, shitty as it was.
All right. Let's jump into the awards. Let's get off this topic for me to fool myself. We'll start with you, Rookie of the Year. Fuck, I don't even have an idea. I don't have any clue. Batista, maybe? I don't fucking know. I don't even know. I don't know when they were debuted. This is 2006. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry for someone watching this that loves 2006.
06, Batista, really? Batista, the the winner of the Rumble the year before, was Rookie of the Year in 06.
How the fuck should I know? Go ahead.
Okay, so it's the Boogeyman.
Oh my god. That's dog shit. That is fucking dog shit.
The Boogeyman wins the Rookie of the Year with 23% of the votes. The first runner-up is Charles Evans with 18% of the vote. Second runner-up is Aki Bono with 12% of the vote. And third runner-up is a Mr. Cody Ruddles with 10% of the vote. Don't know whatever happened to him. Honorable mentions, total 37%, and that's Boris Alexiev, Shane Hagedorn, Maria Kanellis, and Ricky Landell. So I know four people out of the...
Yeah, okay. Guess who mine is? Because, Jesus Christ, this is going to be a bad episode. We'll apologize ahead of time. People might find us amusing because we know what the fuck we're talking about, so that's kind of the fun part.
They really don't. My guesses are going to be so out of the realm of possibility. 06. I'm trying to remember who debuted that year. And is it Cody?
No. Do you even know who that is?
No.
It is Atisha Akaya. I can't pronounce his last name. Aoki. He died recently.
Yes, I remember that. Bicycle accident.
Okay, so yeah, that's Rookie of the Year. The rest: Cody Reynolds, Daniel Ramier. Oh fuck, I don't know. Crystal Marshall. It's a lot of shit. I don't know, but regardless, this is like, yeah, very amateur hour to this time, kids. Sorry about that. Well, some of the shit we know, it's tough, man. 06 is hard for us. There's a lot of drugs being consumed back in 06. Okay, I'm just gonna be totally fucking honest. I liked to eat back then. I liked to eat a lot. So, I mean, you know.
So just get it out there, you know.
It's
Go
like
ahead.
the brain, that 06 in my brain is like, no, fuck that. Doesn't remember much.
Are you planning on ever showing this program to a possible employer? Mr. Future Hall of Famer,
Well,
Scotty
I don't mind. I admit, they said, have you ever tried drugs? I did a lot in the 2000s. So I did a lot up to around 2011.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Rookie of the Year. That was. And P.S. We had no commercials this show. I looked. There was none. I couldn't find any. And I'm not fucking with WWE's commercials. Them bastards will fucking grab me quickly with copyright. So we're going to be burning through this pretty quickly. Let's just be real about it. Most improved. Okay, I'm picking most improved for this one.
Wait, it's my turn
Yeah, okay. You pick my most improved.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I apologize. That was wrong. I am wrong about that. That's not the category. The category is going to be inspirational wrestlers, the most disgusting tactic for me.
Oh, in 06? God.
Yeah, well, pick a few.
Was it Vince against God?
Exploiting his death.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll tell you something about that. It's not as horrible, I think. I remember, like, Vicky was involved in it, so Vicky wasn't like... I can see the family wasn't for it being kind of bad, but they were okay with it, so I don't think it's that bad.
Well, of course they were okay with it because they know that the paychecks need to come in, and so the whole idea of even suggesting it is shady as hell.
Well, it's old Vinny boy. Okay, so that's number one. That comes number one. IWA having Savio Vega stab the Invader in the chest. That's kind of shady. And number three, Vince McMahon feud with God. I mean, Vince is a fucking nut. Like, he's out of his goddamn mind. Like, who fucking cares about Vince McMahon? It's a piece of shit. Like, I hope he watches this. I'll fucking tackle his old ass real quick. Excuse me. So, inspirational wrestler of the year. I don't know. Flair? Did I get it right?
It's Matt Cappotelli.
What? Why? Oh, did he beat cancer?
He beat cancer, but then he lost to cancer. He's no longer with us.
Okay. No, okay. Well, I apologize for the Y part. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Matt Cappotelli wins it with 24% of the vote. First runner-up is Rey Mysterio Jr. with 22%. Second runner-up is Bob Holly with 17% of the vote. And third runner-up...
Is that the year that Holly got his neck broken, came back, and Lesnar, and all that bullshit? I'm pretty sure it's the same year.
No, Lesnar wasn't there in 06.
Oh, that's right. He was in Japan and suing them. Okay, my bad. Keep going. So I don't know why Bob Holly's in that fucking list.
I'll read you the little thing that it has here for Bob Holly, just so there's no confusion.
Let's hear it.
Bob Holly has been called a lot of things. Bully, jerk, heck. We once even wondered if he was losing his mind. But you can never call Holly a quitter. Holly showed true grit when he returned to the ring after a battle with a potentially deadly staph infection. Then after his comeback, do you remember that when it he took like a table shot or so and his like back opened right up, like there was a big open gash? Yeah. That was it. And third runner up is CM Punk with 14% of the vote, and honorable mentions in total up 23%, and they include Brother Runt, who was of course Spike Dudley.
Yeah.
John Cena, Bryan Danielson, Tommy Dreamer, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, and Sting. It's funny to see Tommy Dreamer and Ric Flair side by side there.
Yeah, well, they like to defend each other. Okay, my most improved wrestler of... Oh, sorry. You're up first.
Yeah.
You're up first. Most improved wrestler. I'm going to go with John Cena. Bobby Lashley. Okay.
Bobby Lashley wins it.
Fantastic.
Most improved with 38% of the vote. And first runner-up is Johnny Nitro, also known as John Morrison, with 24% of the vote. Soon to be, Johnny Dynamite or Johnny Rampage or Johnny Elite.
Johnny released.
Well, he was released. He was in the latest.
I know. I seen it. That's what I'm saying. Johnny released. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Chris Sabin with 14% is the second runner-up. Third runner-up is Umaga with 13% of the vote. And honorable mentions totaling 11% were John Cena, Kenny Doane, Edge, Mark Henry, Chris Hero, Mike Knox, Mystico, and Matt Sydal.
All right. That's fantastic. Guess mine now.
Your most improved in 06. Was it Umaga?
Not pronouncing the first name, because I can't pronounce the first name. I'm going to get my stuff down here. Morishima? Yep.
Yeah.
So we got that. Johnny Nitro's 2. Nigel McGuinness is 3. Number 4 is Jay Briscoe. Number 5, Bobby Lashley. Number 6, Delirious. Number 7, John Cena. Number 8, Hernandez. Number 9, Mark Briscoe.
Oh.
So that is our most improved. We're going to just keep rolling through, everybody. We're just getting right through it. Now, this one here, most popular. For me, don't have most popular. Do most charismatic.
Was it John Cena?
Hello there before they hit me with it. Because I do not want to get hit. Yeah, so John Cena wins it. Number 3 doesn't count. Number 4 doesn't count. Number 5, Edge, Mystico, and that's it. Because I'm not counting shoot fighters because that's not pro wrestling. So, sorry. I'm betting John Cena for yourself, most popular.
Actually, Samoa Joe.
Really? That's so. I mean, Samoa Joe's great, but I'm just surprised to get most popular.
Yeah, Samoa Joe wins it with 20% of the vote. First runner-up is John Cena with 17%. Second runner-up is Rey Mysterio Jr. with 12%. Third runner-up is Sting with 10%. And honorable mentions totaling 41% were Batista, Christopher Daniels, Ric Flair, Kenta, Shawn Michaels, CM Punk, Trish Stratus, Triple H, and Rob Van Dam.
Fun times. Okay. Great. So the next one, we're really going quick here. This thing's going to be done super fast. But we'll have fun with the halftime one. Would be cool. We'll check on that. So next one is going to be Feud of the Year. I'm guessing for you. Jeez, I'm trying to think of it. Edge and Foley.
Ooh, close. It's Edge and Cena.
Edge and Cena. Okay.
Yeah, they win it with 19% of the vote. First runner-up is D-Generation X versus the McMahons with 17% of the vote.
That was fucking garbage. That was so horrible, man. Oh my god. Keep going.
Hey, Scott, Vince loves talk.
Fucking childish bullshit. Keep going.
Second runner-up was Sting versus Jeff Jarrett with 11% of the vote. Third runner-up was Trish Stratus versus Mickie James with 7% of the vote, which was an awesome feud.
Yeah, that was fine. Yeah.
Honorable mentions total 46% include Batista versus King Booker, Bryan Danielson versus Chris Hero, Mick Foley versus Edge, Mick Foley versus Ric Flair, the Latin American Exchange versus Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio Jr. versus the Guerreros, Ring of Honor versus CZW, Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle, and the Voodoo Kin Mafia versus Vince McMahon.
What was that?
That was the New Age Outlaws Impact Wrestling name, the Voodoo Kin Mafia, VKM. And they were feuding with, they kept calling out Paul Levesque and Michael Hickenbottom.
What a bunch of fucking idiots. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. That's pathetic. Like, get up, move on with your life, you fucking losers. Like, Jesus Christ, that's pathetic. Anyway, that was so fucking. I watched an interview with them one time. They wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like, get a life. Listen, you're no longer relevant, so just go away and shut your fucking mouth because nobody cares what you have to say. Like, no one gives one shit. No one cares.
Hey, now
nobody gives a fuck.
I have you know, Billy Gunn wrestled on Rampage this past Friday.
Yeah.
And he's looking pretty good for a guy who's 57 years old.
Fuck him. He's a mouthpiece. It's a fucking idiot. Anyway, guess what my feud of the year is? I'll tell you something funny with my feud of the year. It's actually the second one, but the first feud of the year doesn't count. And I'll tell you what the first number one was. I'm not counting it. Ortiz against Shamrock. That was the one. But no, I'm not. That doesn't count because it's not pro wrestling. I don't sign up for fucking UFC fucking newsletters or mixed martial arts. I'm a pro wrestling fan. I don't give a fuck about UFC. So I don't count any of them. They can suck it. That doesn't count as pro wrestling. Wrestling Observer means wrestling. It doesn't mean fucking UFC.
Well,
sorry, got a little heat there.
I guess my guess is Ring of Honor versus CZW.
It is. You are correct. I don't know how the fuck. How was it? Are you looking at shit? Is he cheating? No. I think he's cheating. Oh,
I looked at who's my runner-ups and my honorable mentions, and I think what would the Observer crew?
Fair enough. Yeah. So Ring of Honor versus CZW. Number 3 was Cena and Edge. Number 4, LAX and Styles and Daniels. Number 5, Flair and Mysterio or Flair and Foley. Number 6, Mystical and Black Warrior. Number 7, Kenta and Bryan Danielson. Number 8, Bryan Danielson, Nigel McGuinness. And number 9 doesn't count because I don't count. I will not count that. Under no circumstances will I count that because that is not pro wrestling.
Now, let me see if I can guess who that one was. Was that Couture and Liddell?
Matt Hughes and Hoist Gracie.
Oh.
And I don't count it. It's not pro wrestling. It fucking that drives me so fucking mental. I hated it back then. I'm not subscribing. Like, it's so stupid. So excuse me. The next one before. Go ahead.
At least, we can thank New Japan Professional Wrestling for rekindling the love of professional wrestling that had clearly been gone from Meltzer for years. The Benoit stuff only intensified it and made him distance himself even more. And when he started giving these Tokyo Dome shows, and not just Tokyo Dome, but like New Japan matches, were getting 5 stars more than any other company or time ever. And now with AEW kind of like transitioned over to that. And now that's what he's into. At least it's not his lead is about Ultimate Fighter or some minor. Like what's UFC's main competitor again?
Bellator?
Yeah, like some Bellator show. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I don't care. Let me ask you this. Let's get into this before we get into the tag team of the year. That tweet that was sent out last night. We shouldn't give this guy any credit. This guy's an absolute moron. But the Survivor Series tweet. Do you want to recap that tweet that moron sent out?
I don't want to discuss that.
Because we don't want to give him too many props. This guy was a fucking idiot. Let's be real about it. Anyway, tag team of the year. I'm up first. So I want you to guess who my tag team of the year was.
Is it the Briscoes?
I fucked up the theme music. That's not the theme music. That wasn't the right theme music. But regardless, it's Homicide and Hernandez. That's who tag team of the year was. Runner-up, Austin Aries and Roderick Strong. Number 3, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Paul London, Brian Kendrick, Mark and Jay Briscoe. I cannot pronounce the rest of them. Yeah, that's it. Joey Nitro and Joey Margery got honorable mention, Chris Harris and James Storm. And the last honorable mention, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Boo. Fucking sucks. Your tag team of the year? I'm going to guess the Briscoes.
Well, AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
They win it with 26% of the vote. First runner-up is Paul London and Brian Kendrick with 20% of the vote. Second runner-up is D-Generation X with 19% of the vote. Hey, they're your favorite tag team of all time. I don't know why you're getting all bent out of shape.
Yeah.
And third runner-up is The Big Show and Kane with 11% of the vote, somehow making the D-Generation X tag team look not that bad in comparison.
Yeah, oh my God. That's garbage.
Honorable mentions totaling 24% include America's Most Wanted, the Briscoe Brothers, Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero, the Kings of Wrestling, the Highlanders, the Latin American Exchange, the Naturals, and the Spirit Squad.
Oh, suck my dick. That's why I didn't watch much wrestling in 2006. Okay, so for our halftime show, I don't know where we're at for time because I can't see my timer. Our halftime show,
half hour.
We're at a half hour. We're hitting the spot. 30 years in the past. We're going all the way back to 1976 and the awards 1976. And I know you guys can just look these up and whatever, but it's kind of fun to chat about it. So I'm going to go from the bottom up, and I'm going to get you to guess, Andrew.
Sure.
Who the winners are. The first one, the PWI Woman of the Year. Well, it wasn't technically PWI. They just have it like that.
Mm-hmm.
The PWI Woman of the Year.
Is it Moolah?
Sue Green.
Oh.
I don't know who the fuck Sue Green is, but it was Sue Green. That's who it was. Is that all of it? Oh, wait. I missed. Okay, I didn't go all the way down. But Sue Green is Woman of the Year. The Manager of the Year. 1976.
Is it Grand Wizard?
Bobby Heenan.
Oh.
The next one, I'm going to say this a certain way. I don't want to get canceled. The Little Person of the Year. Instead of the way they name it.
I know what you mean. Is it Skylar Lowe?
Lord Littlebrook.
Oh.
The Rookie of the Year.
This is tough. Is it Ricky Steamboat?
Bobby Backlund, baby. Bobby Backlund. Yeah, he's the Rookie of the Year. The Inspirational Wrestler of the Year.
76. Is it Bruno?
It's Bruno. Probably from the broken neck. Yeah, it comes back. Which in real life, I mean, shit, you know the story behind that. He was fucked. Like Bruno was on his on his bed, like all fucked up. Like, no, come on. We need you back. We need you back for so to have to say. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things with Vince Sr., but he's a McMahon. Like, you know, he might have been a little better than Vince Jr., but he definitely had his ways of being shady. Yeah. So that sounds like a shady thing. Most hated wrestler of the year.
I'm just gonna throw it a guess. Is Ivan Koloff?
Stan Hansen.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, breaks the neck with the lariat, which he really fucked him up by slamming him. Most popular wrestler of the year.
Is it Bruno?
Wahoo McDaniel.
Oh.
Match of the year.
Is it Terry Funk, Harley Race?
Bruno and Stan Hansen.
Yes.
Tag team of the year.
Executioners?
You are correct. Which was Killer's Quality and John Studd. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And the last but not least, the Wrestler of the Year, 1976.
Is it Bruno?
It's Terry Funk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Terry Funk. Anybody champion at the time. So that's 1976, which is like, it's just so funny looking back at that. You know, I've seen some 76 stuff. Like, they have some stuff up on the network. But
my favorite match from the 70s is from 1976. It's Terry Funk against Jumbo Shruda. It's really good.
Yeah, again, I love Japan stuff, but I put dates. Like, I just need to know dates. I've seen so much Japan stuff, but I don't like, and I love that old school All Japan ring, the old one, the old style. But didn't Ring of Honor basically take that over almost for a bit? Yeah,
around this time frame, I believe.
Yeah, well, they had the same kind of, because at this time in 06, I mean, I'm again kind of doing like, you know, more preoccupied with other things, like making money to pay bills and shit like that. But I know I'm still watching stuff. We still have pay-per-view parties at that point, didn't we? In 06? Then we did WrestleMania party.
I didn't live.
Well, you were
in the
gone.
Same
You were
city.
gone. You were gone. So the year before, we were still doing WrestleMania parties and Rumble parties and stuff like that. But 06, yeah, it's well. Even when I came to visit you, we watched some pro wrestling.
Did we?
Oh, pretty sweet. We definitely did at one point in time.
I'm sure we did, but I don't know if it was current. It was probably a DVD of like, because I remember at that time, I think I had I had 95 and 96 Nitros. I think I had all the Clash of Champions. Or maybe that was when I moved here.
I think I did all Nitros. You held the Nitros. I remember watching Nitro with you over there.
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless, that's the halftime show. I mean, it is. I think it's kind of cool. So we're going to jump right back into the awards. I know everybody's loving them. All these awards are doing so great with them. The next one is going to be for yourself, which is going to be most hated. I'm going with Edge.
Be correct.
Yeah, I got one right.
Yep. Edge wins it with 38% of the vote. First runner-up is Jeff Jarrett with 24%. Second runner-up is Randy Orton with 16%. Third runner-up is Kane Booker with 8%. And honorable mentions, which total 14%, include The Big Show, Christian Cage, Mike Knox, The Spirit Squad, Scott Steiner, and Test.
Okay. Oh, that's great. So guess for me, I don't have a most hated wrestler, so I'm going to go with most overrated. That's mine. So I want you to guess who my most overrated is.
Is it Trips?
You don't like that? You don't like that one?
Who's rating Big Dave?
What's that?
Who is rating Big Dave? You know, that's like giving most overrated to Test. You know, if you're going to do overrated, it's because you're saying that most people that like this guy or gal are wrong, but nobody liked him for his in-ring ability.
Yeah, I know. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm still here. I can hear. I had to do something. Well, I mean, whatever. That's the way. We've always had this issue with the Observer. I'll read the rest of the awards of that. Just give me a second here. I got some technical difficulties on my computer here.
Like, for me, anyway, if it's a 89 and they're putting Warrior at most overrated, I get it because you would talk more to kids about it or people who barely cover professional wrestling. But in 2006, everybody's online. Everybody is discussing wrestling with other people. So an overrated wrestler would be somebody that you see a lot of people saying, "Oh, this guy's having good matches and is good." And
I know.
Wait a second.
It's what it is. Well, I'll read the rest of the ones off for that one. So he gets he's number 1. Jeff Jarrett's number 2. Triple H is number 3. Carlito's 4. Michaels is 5. Orton's 6. Vince is 7th. Khali is 8th, and Sting is 9. Big Show is 10. So that's that. So let's jump back into my format here. The next one is Comeback Wrestler of the Year for you. For me, it's the best show of the year.
Okay.
So you have to guess the best show of the year for me. Good luck, because I don't know how many of you were watching in 06.
It's going to be tough. Who goes first? Me or you?
You do.
Okay. I go first guessing, or I go first?
Yeah, you guess first, yeah.
The show of the year, I'm going to say Final Battle for Ring of Honor. Glory by Honor.
Yeah.
I was thinking Glory by Honor, and I fucking said Final Battle. I'm going to hate myself forever for it.
How are you going to sleep tonight? Are you able to sleep tonight now?
No.
Probably not. No. Okay, so it was Ring of Honor, Glory by Honor. Number 2 doesn't count. Ring of Honor, Supercard is Chicago Rage. Noah, WrestleMania is number 5. Ring of Honor, better than our best. Ring of Honor, Unified Liverpool. 9 doesn't count. 10 doesn't count. And ECW One Night Stand. Now, was that the original One Night Stand? The original one was in 05. Because we watched that at my place, and that was a kick-ass show.
06 was the one where Rob Van Dam beat Cena for the title.
And then after that, they just reunited UFC or got ECW going, and then that was the end of that bullshit. So your comeback wrestler of the year. I'm gonna go Flair. Oh no, wait. Go ahead, Rob. Never mind. I was going to guess Foley, but Van Dam. Okay, that makes sense.
That's Sting.
Oh, never mind. Why did I think it was Van Dam?
I don't know. Sting wins it with 30% of the vote. First runner-up is Sabu with 17%.
Oh, yeah.
Second runner-up is Jeff Hardy with 13%. Third runner-up is Finlay with 12% of the vote. Honorable mentions for a total of 28% include Batista, Hardcore Holly, Brock Lesnar, Roddy Piper, Austin Starr, who is Austin Aries, Scott Steiner, Test, and Umaga.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I guess Sting was in TNA. I was watching TNA. The next award is Woman Wrestler of the Year. I'm guessing Trish Stratus.
It's Woman of the Year, not Woman Wrestler. So
Sorry.
It could be any woman.
But I'm guessing Trish.
You're right. It is Trish Stratus.
She is one hot piece of ass back then, man.
She wins it with 41% of the vote. And first runner-up is Dixie Carter with 17%. Second runner-up is Mickie James with 15%. Third runner-up is Lita with 13% of the vote. And honorable mentions totaling 14% include Gail Kim, Layla L, Melina, Maria Kanellis, Victoria, and Tori Wilson.
Can I jump in there real quick? Trish Stratus is hot. You know who I find extremely sexy and what people may think I'm crazy? Asuka.
No, she's very good looking.
She's a very sexy lady. Maybe if she's listening to this, give me a call. I'm single. We can hang out and stuff. You know, I won't stalk you. But probably won't happen. I mean, it could be crazy. All right, so for me, in that category, I don't have the category. I'm going for most outstanding wrestler. That's what my category is going to be. And you can pick who that is.
This is Bryan Danielson?
I need to cut that off before that song kicks in because that's going to copyright the shit out of my podcast. So, yes, Bryan Danielson wins it. Let me go grab the rest of them here. Make awards. Kenta's number 2. Samoa Joe is 3. Fit Finlay. It's 4. Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, great year in 06.
Yeah. Nigel McGuinness, AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, and Chris Benoit. That'd be his last good year, obviously. Yeah. Let's not joke about that, but that's basically what it is. The next one for you, Stanley Weston Award. That's going to be for me, Best Gimmick.
Sure.
Stanley Weston. Fuck. Foley? I don't know, man. Like, oh, we got Harley?
Harley Race.
For
Harley
what
Race.
What was he there for?
The Stanley Lifetime Achievement Award. You know how it is with the Stanley Weston Award. It could be anybody, really.
Okay. Well, I have nothing wrong with Harley. I just, didn't know if it did something happen in 06 that made him get there. Okay, so there's no runner-ups for that, eh?
Nope.
I want you to guess the best gimmick.
Is it Cena?
Nope, it is...
Orgullosamente latino hasta la muerte y después worldwide
Latin American Exchange. That's the best gimmick. Number 2 is King Booker. Number 3 is Delirious. Number 4 is CM Punk. Number 5, Edge. Number 6, which by the way should have been higher up. I love this gimmick. I don't know if you're a big fan, Mr. Kennedy. I thought that gimmick was fucking awesome. Loved it. Omega is I can't pronounce it. Number 7. Eric Young, Larry Sweeney, and Jimmy Wang Yang was the last one. So that's that one, and we're getting real close. This next one, what's my format at? Match of the year. I'm guessing for you, Edge and Cena. What one? Who the fuck knows? They could have wrestled like 9 times in 06. But I'm guessing Edge. Wait for it. No, Edge and Foley for Mania.
It's actually Shawn Michaels versus Vince McMahon.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Shawn Michaels versus Vince McMahon wins match of the year with 23%. That's a
fucking idiots.
That's an interesting choice, PWI.
See, let me say something before you go any further. We talked earlier about people being online at this point. Who the fuck is voting this online? 88's fine with like Hogan and Andre because half of them are probably kids voting. Who the fuck is voting Vince and Shawn in 06?
Look, I think I stopped regularly getting Pro Wrestling Illustrateds in 99. I went over to WoW.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah.
In 2000, and then I just didn't get any magazines that were wrestling.
Yeah.
So
either way, keep going.
I honestly don't know the fan base that were reading PWIs at this time because
Idiots.
how did you not have the internet where you were?
Yeah, exactly. We had fucking dial-up, couldn't download any matches. So anyway, keep going.
First runner-up is Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker with 16%. That happened at No Way Out that year, in case you were wondering. Second runner-up is Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe with 14% of the vote. Third runner-up is Edge versus Mick Foley with 11%. Yeah. And honorable mentions totaling 36% include Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles from March 12, Bryan Danielson versus Kenta from September 16, the Elimination Chamber match from January 8, King Booker versus The Big Show versus John Cena from November 5, Money in the Bank ladder match from April 2nd, Sting versus Jeff Jarrett from October 22nd, and Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton from April 2nd.
So let me ask you something. You're telling me that these people thought, yeah, Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels is better than Bryan Danielson and Kenta. They thought that? Oh, okay. That's just fucking ridiculous.
Well, to be fair.
I'm being fair. I'm being really fucking fair.
There is one promotion where you need to order their DVDs or VHS tapes, and that's the only way to watch them. And then there's another one that is available on free television. So you're just going to get more eyes.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's get off that fucking topic. Guess mine.
I'm going to say Danielson Kenta.
So I'm going to try to pronounce everybody's name. Let's all start judging Mr. Scott. Dragon Kid. Ryo Saito. I do not know the next one. So I'm going to skip it. Sema, Nekado, and Yasuhono. So, yeah, I got most of them. Yeah, but the other two I didn't know. 6-man tag from Ring of Honor. Bryan Danielson and Kenta. Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. Kenta and Loki. Benoit and Fit Finlay. Let's see.
That's right. That Benoit Finlay match. That was from Judgment Day 06, I believe.
Oh, it's hard to remember, man. It's probably great. I mean, I could definitely see it being a great hard-hitting match because...
I remember I had ordered a DVD set from somebody off of a message board that I would go to, and it was called Bruisers, Blue Bloods, and Benoit.
Oh, nice. That's musical stuff.
And it was any match featuring a combination of Riddle, Finlay, and Benoit. So it could be a Benoit Finlay match or a Riddle Finlay match, and so on and so forth. And that was a great compilation, I'll tell you that.
Well, it was the Benoit and Regal match from Velocity. I downloaded it, put it on DVD, and brought it to your house that time. We watched it because that was a kick-ass match, man. That was a kick-ass match. So and we're at the end already. Well, not really. We'll go to secondary awards and stuff. Wrestler of the year. I want you to guess who my wrestler of the year is.
Is it Bryan Danielson?
Mystico. Yeah.
Right.
I remember this. I remember him being a really big fucking deal back then. Like being a huge deal. And then WWE got a hold of him and ruined that guy's fucking career. Like they fucked him. What happened to him after he left WWE? After he got the fuck out of there?
He went back to Mexico and he doesn't wrestle as Mystico anymore. I can't remember his name that he uses.
Yeah, WWE just ruined him, man. It was brutal. Anyway, Mystico wins with 2,245 votes. Edge is second with 1,985 votes. Third doesn't count. 4 is Bryan Danielson. 5 Samoa Joe. 6 doesn't count. 7 doesn't count. Piero Garbo is 8. 9 is John Cena. And 10 doesn't count. I get a lot. I'll say something right now, man. This really fucking pisses me off that they have the goddamn fucking nerve to put Tito Ortiz, Murray Crocop, Matt Hughes, and Chuck Liddell in that fucking thing, man.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
Tell us how you really feel, Scott.
I'm telling you right now how I really feel. I hate that. No, that is fucking awful. That is awful that they're in that fuck because they're not pro wrestlers, for fuck's sakes. And how Dave had the fucking nerve to put that in there. That's like ridiculous. All right, so I'm done my rant. I swear I'm in a great mood today. I've had a good day. Don't get me wrong. I'm not nuts. I'm guessing for you, your wrestler John Cena.
C-Nation, yeah.
Yeah, I'll look you with your little. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Did you get? Let me ask.
Should I put it on?
When you get that wristband, did you go into a computer, like a grown man buying that? Where they're like, "What the fuck's this guy doing with this wristband?" It's for kids.
This is a headband.
It's even worse.
well, Cena's got such big biceps. He can put it on his arm.
True. Anyway, okay. So what's the what other guys?
Well, Cena wins it with 36% of the vote. First runner-up is Samoa Joe with 30%. Second runner-up is Rey Mysterio Jr. with 14%. Third runner-up is Edge with 9%. And honorable mentions totaling 11% include Batista, The Big Show, King Booker, Bryan Danielson, Jeff Jarrett, Brock Lesnar, Sting, and Rob Van Dam.
Fantastic. All right. Great. So we're going to jump right into the secondary awards because you literally have nothing, do you?
I don't have anything, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Whose readers do you think got it right?
I still go with the observers, man, because what the fuck were they thinking? Like, PWI, they're on crack. Like, I'm sorry, that Vince and Shawn thing, that's just right then, like, fuck this shit. Like, I'm done with them. Like, that's ridiculous. So, yeah, that was horrible. So we're going to go with this one here. Best box office draw. You can guess this one.
Is it Mystico?
It is Mystico. And there's a couple fucking UFC guys in there. Fuck them. Best on interviews.
Is it Cena?
Foley.
Oh, yeah.
Best technical wrestler.
Danielson?
Oh, Danielson blows it out of the fucking water. It's Danielson with 3,266 votes. Benoit second with 928.
Yeah.
The Bruiser Brody Memorial Awards.
Don't tell me they gave it to Foley.
Nope.
Okay. Is it Takeshi Morishima?
Samoa Joe.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Ray Strong was number 5. Best flying wrestler.
Is it Mystico?
It was Mystico. Most underrated wrestler.
Is it Finley?
Sheldon Benjamin. Regal was second. Matt Hardy was third. Finley is not on the list. Promotion of the year. Don't count the first one because the first one doesn't count. Count the second one.
Is it UFC?
Well, that's not a wrestling promotion, but we'll count what number 2 is.
Is it Ring of Honor?
Ring of Honor, yeah. Best weekly television show. Number 1 doesn't count because it's not a television. It's not a wrestling show. So we'll go with number 2.
Is it Raw?
CMLL. SmackDown's third. Pro Wrestling Noah, TNA Impact, WWE Raw, AAA, ECW. The reboot one. And 9 doesn't count. Dragon Gate. Best non-wrestler.
Is it Vince?
Jim Cornette.
Oh. In 06?
They have to give Cornette a fucking award, man. Come on. I think Cornette must be like the donor to the fucking Wrestling Observer.
What the hell was Cornette doing in 06?
I don't even know. He's still alive. He was on like maybe once. Like, he's on once to give it to him. Yeah, that's how it rolls. Best television announcer.
Is it Mike Tenay?
Jim Ross.
Okay.
Worst television announcer.
Is it Jonathan Coachman?
Todd Grissom.
Okay.
Coachman's third. Worst wrestling. Worst major wrestling show. P.S. number 1 doesn't count. I'm sorry. What? How did I call? What was the name of that category? Can I just ask you what the name of that category is again?
Worst major wrestling event?
Okay. I'm sorry. Is UFC wrestling?
Yes. Because everything is wrestling.
Okay, no, it's not. So fuck that. What's number 2? Which I consider number 1. What's the worst show of the year?
The worst show of the year. Is it?
Good luck.
Great American Bash?
Cyber Sunday. Yeah, close. Great American Bash was 2 down. Cyber Sunday was it. Worst television show.
Raw?
Raw's it here. Worst match of the year.
Is it Vince and Shane against Shawn and God?
No, it's TNA's Reverse Battle Royal, which I remember hearing about that. Let's take a look at that and get a kick out of it. Vince, God doesn't. Go ahead.
Do you know the whole concept of the Reverse Battle Royal?
Well, it just sounds like you don't want to go in the ring.
No, everybody is outside the ring, and the first person to get in the ring wins the match. And so you have all these trained professional wrestlers acting like they don't know how to get into the ring. You know, it's you know how like 20 minutes into a ladder match, you know, guys are like slowly getting up the ladder.
You forget how to climb a ladder? Yeah.
Start of the match, like and then you get like hit in the back and you're down for like 20 minutes.
I always want. I'm gonna check it out on YouTube. I think it'll be funny just to see it. I'll give you a couple more matches here. The Kane versus the Impersonator Kane. I vaguely remember that. Taker versus Big Show. 4 doesn't count. Batista versus Big Show. Kurt Angle versus Mark Henry. Shelton Benjamin versus Viscera. I wouldn't give Benjamin much shit for that match. Undertaker versus Great Khali and JBL versus the Boogeyman. Worst feud of the year.
Is it DX against the McMahons?
Damn right it is. And then number 2 is DX versus Spirit Squad. That's kind of a hint that they fucking suck now. Kane versus Imposter Kane. And then a couple of ones. Worst promotion of the year.
It's a TNA?
WWE.
Oh.
Worst gimmick.
Boogeyman?
Vito. Guess what number 2 is?
I have no idea.
VKM.
Oh, okay.
All right, DX is number 5. Best wrestling book. It's kind of hard to figure which one was what's, like, you know what I mean? So go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what came out that year. Did Regal's book come out in 06?
No, it's on the list.
Oh,
Might have been on the list. Tangled Ropes by Superstar Billy, Angry Graham. I had the part at the end, Angry. Let's take a couple more here. The Cowboy and the Cross by Bill Watts. What do you got there? Oh, look at that. Eh? Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Have you read it?
Not yet. When I was in Ontario, we were going to go see Mick Foley perform live, and we went looking everywhere to find Have a Nice Day because I wanted him to sign it.
Okay.
We went
that was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah, we went to a used bookstore, and they had the Dave Meltzer tributes, and Have a Nice Day, and they had a deal: buy 1 get 2 free.
Well, fuck, why wouldn't you? That's must have been a pretty hurting bookstore.
Well, the thing was, it had to be less. Like you couldn't get buy the cheap one and then get 2 expensive ones.
Yeah.
But it was still a really good deal, so that's how I picked it up.
So we have The Cowboy and the Cross by Bill Watts, Cheating Death, Sealing Life by Eddie Guerrero, which is really fucking sad.
I had all 3 of those books.
Hardcore History, The Unauthorized Story of ECW. Controversy Creates Cash by Eric Bischoff. Probably not a lot of fucking... Wrestling Sinking Ship. Was that the one with 95 WWF? Or no, it's Titan. That's Titan Sinking.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Rise and Fall of ECW. Best Wrestling DVD. Because remember, the DVDs were big back then.
Man. Trying to remember what came out in 06. I'm just going to say the Superstar Billy Graham one.
No, the Bret Hart story. That's what was there. Heroes of World Class, Loose Cannon, Brian Pillman's story, American Dream, Dusty Rhodes' story, Russell's Greatest Managers, 20 Years Too Soon, Billy Graham, and History of the WWE Championship. Best Wrestler Maneuver.
I have no idea.
Go to Sleep by Kenta. Best Booker.
Is it Cornette?
Gabe Zukalski from Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Give me a second here because my words got cut off. Let me just go in and grab them again here real quick.
And I do have one other thing I didn't mention to you because I forgot that it's in this edition, this the special year-end double issue of Pro Wrestling Illustrated 2006, the year in wrestling, has a section for the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame.
Cool. We'll get to that in a second. Give me 1 second.
Okay, sure.
I just want to get the rest of these done, and we'll jump in. Because I have it up, so I want to kind of. Oh, never mind. No, they. Yeah. Okay. I was wrong. No, I was wrong. I thought there was more, but there was not. So that's the end of mine. Let me just close that one out, and come back to you. Let me hold on a second here. Let me just close these out. Main awards can go. Format can go. You can come back in, but I need to move my camera. I don't care how the professional looks because I cannot have you sit there like that because it's going to drive me nuts. Okay. Sorry, everybody. I know it's unprofessional, but you get to see my beautiful hands. Okay, go ahead with your Wrestling Observer one there.
So my question for you is, do you know who was inducted in the 2006 Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame class?
Was Michaels in there?
Michaels is a good bloody guess. He did not go in 06. He went in 03.
Benoit?
Benoit also went in 03.
06. I don't know. It's hard to say. I would have known at the time because I was definitely still reading the Observer, but I'm not totally sure off the top of my head. What is it?
It's Eddie Guerrero, Hiroshi Hase, Masakatsu Funaki, and Aja Kong, and also Paul Bowser as a non-voting induction. My question for you is, do you know any of the people who just missed out that year?
Somebody kept missing out every year. I forget who it was. Oh, fuck. I don't know. It's driving nuts. I'll know once I hear the name.
Because the thing is, with the Observer Hall of Fame, you need 60% of the votes.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
And Aja Khan had 61, and this person had 59, and it was Dick Murdoch. Other notable runners-up who didn't get in included Dr. Wagner Sr., Conan, Fabulous Moolah, Jesse Ventura, Carlos Colon, the Rock and Roll Express, Biano 3, Roy Shire, the Midnight Express, Gorilla Monsoon, and it's funny, who do you think had the least amount, the smallest percentage on that 2000? The
Killer Bees.
Paul Orndorff.
Yeah?
He had 21 votes for 10%.
And he probably never got in.
No, he's still not in.
They only had them on for so long. It's almost like the baseball vote. They do it where they're only on there so long that they get taken off.
Yeah, that's like I was looking at who's in danger this year of being removed.
From the Observer one or baseball one?
Observer.
Yeah. No, I haven't. I mean, I don't read the Observer anymore. I don't listen to Meltzer anymore. Well, yeah, that was 2006. That was we might have to do some more research on the next couple ones before we do our podcast, because that was I mean, I remember some of it. I know Ring of Honor was big back then. WWE was garbage. I remember seeing the DX stuff, thinking it was fucking horrible. I mean, I was still watching, but not on a regular basis, man. I mean, I wasn't young anymore.
Well, and the thing was, I'd hear about TNA. I'd hear about Samoa Joe and Angle and AJ and Daniels and stuff, and it sounded like it'd be okay to watch. Yeah, and it was just well, it was just on at an inconvenient time for me. Like I believe they were on Thursdays at that point, Thursday nights, and I was a party animal. I wasn't in the mood for watching TNA because Thursday's like Friday Eve, so you know how you get that head start on the weekend on Thursday.
Well, every day was a party day for you. I mean, you were the party animal back in the day. I think that's like for me, like 06, it was just like in the summer. I'm 28, dude. I'm not watching anything. It's just all about doing stuff, right? Now I'm old, so I'm cool with watching stuff. And back then there was no real PVR. I don't even have PVRs in Canada yet. If we did, they were rare. So I mean, now, like, I could just record everything. I don't do anything anyway. I don't fucking leave my house 90% of the time. It's COVID era. Like, this is the roaring 20s.
What was the name of that one where everyone called it? You know how like all tissues called Kleenex and. What's that noise?
DVR? Oh, sorry, I'm just hitting my pen there.
Yes.
You okay there? Yeah, right. Sorry, sir.
Well, you're gonna have a fun time when you're editing this, and you have to hear that because it's right there by your mic.
I'll be fine with it. I'll just leave it in. I don't care.
Yeah.
My editing's very slack and lack to nothing. I just make sure there's no gaps. That's about it. But DVR is what you're thinking about. It was called DVR.
No, there was a special.
I forget the name of it now. Oh god.
Yeah, me too. Because
it starts with a P. It starts with a P.
Oh my god, isn't this awful? I just can't remember.
Look it up because I got too much going on my screen. You look it up because I'll crash my fucking computer. It's gonna drive me crazy. You'll find it. Just say other names for DVR. Starts with P and Google it.
Because my ex had it. It was my first ever experience with it, and that's one of the main things that got me back into the wrestling, because there was a show on Score called what was it, like wrestling?
Oh, it was after Raw. Wasn't it before Raw? They had it before Raw.
Yeah,
did you find the name of that?
No.
How did you not find the name of it? For other names for DVR. Type in other names for DVR.
TiVo.
Okay, I thought it was Pivo, but TiVo.
Yeah,
that's
TiVo.
Okay. My first experience with PVR, TiVo, DVR, what the fuck you want to call it, was I was a fan of the show 24. Remember the show 24?
Yes, and it was Vintage. That's what I was trying to remember the name of, WF Vintage.
Okay. Yes, okay. So I remember what I would do is, because PVRs, you can pause and all that bullshit. I would wait because 24 would come on at 10. And I would wait for half an hour, and then I'd watch it because I could fast forward the commercials. I thought, this is a shit. And my PVR is just loaded with shit. I don't even watch 9% of the stuff on there. I had to delete like a ton of stuff off there. I got some Ring of Honor on there, actually, because I got Fight. And P.S., for everyone, I'll tell everybody on this podcast, and I'm not doing this to really promote, I am kind of promoting, subscribe to Fight, guys. If you want to get the AEW previews, do it through Fight. Because you know how we got that one there, the last one? Full Gear? Mm-hmm. I got a $24 Fight credits to it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So everyone sign the fuck up for that. It's only $5 a month. I mean,
so I think the next WE pay-per-view is on New Year's Eve. I don't know if you heard about this. It's like called One or something like that.
Oh, I don't give a shit. Oh, we're gonna find who stole the. Are we gonna find who stole the fucking egg?
Maybe.
Are we gonna find out? No,
like
that's the most important thing. I don't care. I don't care about wrestling. I want to know who stole the fucking egg from this moron. Like this company. Let's go on a little rant for a second. Let's go on a little rant for a second about World Wrestling Entertainment Incorporated.
Well, wait. Just remember, this won't come out for weeks.
Oh, that's fine. They'll still be the same shit company in the weeks. I'm gonna describe Survivor Series compared to Full Gear. And before I get into it, I want to explain this. I was pretty much on the wrestling, like current wrestling product for a long period of time. AEW drew me back in. What drew me back in AEW? Do you have any remembrance of what drew me back in? I just watched Dynamite.
Yeah, I told you, just check out Dynamite because it has such a Nitro feel, and Tony Schiavone is a big part of that, and he's what got me into it. Because if it was just Jim Ross and other people, Excalibur's fine, but I don't know if I'd be able to handle it without Tony.
So I'll put it this way. So I go back and I watch Dynamite. Great stuff. Obviously, we all know this. Compare both two pay-per-views. So the last pay-per-view, the Full Gear one, I had not bought a pay-per-view with money. I mean, we've all streamed. Let's be honest. We're not going to bullshit. We've all streamed. But I have not bought a pay-per-view for money in probably 20 years. So I order Full Gear, have a friend over.
Well, wait a second. What about like our WrestleMania parties and stuff?
That was 20 years. That's a long time ago, dude. Like maybe 16, 17 years ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like 2003, 2004. That's not yesterday.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, I wasn't paying that fucking bill. I was a kid. I didn't pay my bill back then. We just kept changing our name. But anyway, sorry, Rogers. Don't want to get mad here. I watched Full Gear. 4 hours. Kick-ass pay-per-view. A lot of fun. Smooth, like match, little promo, match, little promo. Great. Good times. It was a lot of fun. Next pay-per-view, same thing. I'll buy it. No questions asked. Right? WWE. Survivor Series. It's a pay-per-view wrestling. But for some fucking reason, there's an egg involved. A fucking egg. about a man who's not going to show up on your fucking TV and this 74-year-old fucking idiot walking around.
76,
74. And it's just like, it's just ridiculous, man. Why does anyone care? And the people that defend them on Twitter, like, I'm cool. Hey, like what you like. But don't you dare come to me and try and tell me that that's better than AEW. Because I'll tell you right now, I'd rather watch Eddie Kingston and CM Punk, or MJF or CM Punk, or fucking Bryan Danielson and Adam Page, and anything else any day of the fucking week. The Vince McMahon, that fucking old, like, who cares about that?
Well, Scott, Randy Orton did pass Kane for having the most WWE pay-per-views.
Who gives a shit about Randy Orton? Who gives one shit about Randy Orton? And I apologize to anyone who's watching this, who's a fan. Like, I mean, if for some reason he's a family member, he could be a cousin of yours or something, I apologize. But he's not good. He's boring. He is the equivalent of boring. And again, if you like WWE, that is your choice. I'm not insulting you for liking it. But don't you dare try to tell me it's better than AEW because you're out of your goddamn mind. That AEW pay-per-view was fantastic. And it wasn't even their best one, because the one before was the best pay-per-view they've had, easily.
Yeah.
But for me,
this is still pretty good.
Yeah, for me to spend $60, and I know come February, well, I'm only going to spend $30 now because of the fight credits. No question, I'm better than I'll buy it. Not a question in the world.
What about Rumble? Because Rumble's in January.
Oh, what? That's, yeah, like, I don't give a shit. I don't give one shit. I give zero fucking shits. Maybe I'll sign up for their shitty network for a month. Give them $14 because we're in Canada. That's the only way I'm buying that fucking thing. I'm not going to spend real money on them morons. Like, it's garbage.
Because, Scott, I just had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've recorded, we've got a lot of episodes in the can.
Yep.
So who knows when 06 will see the light of day, but I think
hopefully never.
Well,
hopefully
here's the thing. Andrew LaSalle, am running a Royal Rumble pool this year. So if you're one of the listeners that would be interested, in the description we'll have a link to the Facebook group where you can
that's fair enough.
Where you can join the Royal Rumble pool. $30, and what that gets you is gets you one entry in the men's Rumble and one entry in the women's Rumble.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And I like that because I hate the Rumble. I hate that to be, but I'm all for that because I like to win some money.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I wonder what happened in that football game. I guess I didn't really work that one out too well.
Well, the Buccaneers won. They upset the Giants, and the guy that I was playing in fantasy, he had Mike Evans, and Mike Evans got him a lot of points, but not enough, and I got the victory.
Well, there you go. All right, everybody. So that's 2006 for you. Enjoy. Again, sorry about the lack of intelligence regarding this one.
So
we'll be back with another episode of Newsstand versus Newsletter next time. Thank you and good night.
Beautiful plaque. Okay, the first one is Billy Jack. Billy Jack was voted by all you fans all over the world as the most improved wrestler of the year, and I'd like to give him the plaque right now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the man who received over 12,000 votes. 12,000 votes as the most popular wrestler of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the plaque, and now here's the man who won it by your choice, the former World Heavyweight Wrestler.